What is going on, guys? This is Atromix the Analyzer. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to cover the Boss Rush, and yes, I know it is late, but hey, better late than never. I wanted to get this content out to you guys. So we're here today, and we're going to take this roster of champions here. Got Hyperion, Quake, Guillotine, Psylocke, and Blade, and we're going to go in and start off by first facing Falcon, and we are going to use Psylocke for this fight here. He's got power gain, enhanced special 1, enhanced bleed, some health and attack boosts, nothing major. So for this fight, we're trying to push him to the SP2, and with Psylocke, you are actually able to take out all of his power with her SP1. So that's what we're going to do here. Push to SP2, use the SP1. It didn't quite take it out completely, but that's okay because we have more power, and we're going to do it again. And then now he is completely power drained to 0, which means he gains no more power, and we can get intercepts in like none other before. Intercept. Intercept. Look at that. It's just so amazing. And here, finally, we're going to throw a heavy attack in and then kick it off with an L2 to finish the fight. Bam! Look at that crit. I really like Psylocke. I just rank 5'd her recently, and I actually have awakened her since then. Next up, we have She-Hulk. And again, this isn't really a threatening battle either. We're going to use Blade for this one. She's got Stupefy, Martial Mastery, Parry, Energy Resistance, Attack, and Health. So basically, don't get parried, don't allow her to use her special attacks because they do stun you. Stuff like that, mainly. Just watching this 4-star Blade go really makes me want the 5-star version. I'm definitely going to be going for him once at least, if not twice, so we shall see what happens. That was an intentional parry, as you guys know. He does inflict bleed with a successful parry, so... And we finish it off with a heavy attack and then go in once more with the SP1. And she is down. So again, an easy fight here. Nothing too complex. Then we get to the Iron Patriot. A little bit of a step in the direction towards more difficult. He's got Cornered, which actually allows him to gain power with debuffs, so you want to be careful to use certain special attacks that might inflict this, or just champions in general that cause a lot of debuffs. Like Blade would probably push this guy to his SP3 very quickly. But Hype Man is the man for this situation for sure. Going in with that SP2, he's nearly down. Interrupted with the special 2 again with the heavy attack in between. We're going to throw an SP1 there, and notice he gained a lot of power from that, so you got to really be careful again with champions that have the cornered node on them. Another successful fight, and we still have not gotten any hits inflicted upon us. But now it's time for Magneto. And as we know, Magneto is the main fight here. He's got Bane, stun immunity, Thorns, and a lot of health. He's got 4 times health, 300% that is. So we're obviously going to use Quake, and we're going to go ahead and boost up. We're going to use a 20% boost here. And in this video portion of this fight, we want to not even hit him at all, because that inflicts Bane, and we know Thorns is also on Magneto here. So Quake is a great example of a champion to fight somebody in this predicament. Normally you could go in, if you could stun your opponent and hope to like get less of damage from Thorns, but in this situation he is stun immune, so there's not much you can do here but use champions that inflict damage without hitting the opponent. And really, Quake is the best one for that, if the only one for that. As far as I know, everyone else, you must start hitting your champion in order to cause damage, except there's champions like Blade where you can parry. But other than that, Quake is the champion for this situation here. To explain the mechanics of this fight here, the best way to go about it is, if you think about driving a manual car, you are basically feathering the left and right portion of the screen here. So when he goes in, you want to be blocking, you will evade, and then you press the block button again. So it's back and forth to charge and then block. Once you get the hang of it though, you will be able to establish this and have a sufficient fight, but it does help to be able to stun your opponent in this, because you're going to receive block damage. Now, as you can see, Quake is not awakened or ranked up to 4. Had this been the case, Magneto would be suffering a lot more, and he also would be receiving block damage. He would be receiving damage by hitting me while blocking, because that is Quake's ability, Ricochet Pulse. It'll inflict a portion of the damage inflicted upon her and reduce that and inflict it on Magneto in this case. As we approach the 15% health mark here, I'm getting ready to launch off the SP3, because once I have no health, there's nothing I can do. I can't continue to stand there and let him block hit me, so there's nothing else to do but throw the SP3, and then eventually Bane will take over and you will die, because if you hit him, you die by Thorns. If you don't hit him, there's Bane. So once we get down pretty low here, we release the special attack for the last little bit of damage we can inflict on Magneto and go into it. So 1% there, 20% bonus damage. This is the best case scenario possible for Quake right now. We've done everything we could to get Magneto down, and that was 5k damage, a little bit over that. And Bane is about to stop, but that is okay. I'd rather die by Bane than die in vain. I'd rather die not by the hands of Magneto, but a mechanic in the fight. So that was a really good fight with Quake there. That's the best we could have done. Now we're taking Hyperion in, and there's something I want to talk to you about with Hyperion. Obviously, one thing you want to do is use your special attacks as much as possible, but there are times where you can actually get lucky by using your heavy attack if you charge it from far away. Your opponent may slowly approach you, but then stop, just like that, and then you can get them. So try it again, and it works. Try it again, they come at you, but you have your special attack, because Hyperion can gain his power very easily. So you have a safeguard there. It's always worth a shot. One more heavy attack, and he is done. So yeah, that's a little pro tip about Hyperion. Don't be afraid to launch the heavy attack multiple times when your opponent's far away, because they will stop because, oh, they see him coming, and then you will be able to land it most of the time. And if not, you have your special attack if they come dashing at you. So here we're doing Thor, Jane Foster, and I have Quake revived. I wanted to see how much damage we can do with very, very little health. I just did a 20% revive, and it's not much, but something interesting in this fight occurs, towards the end especially. We've got 7% health, 5% now, and this will occur soon. That is insane damage, I must say, though. 4,000 health. So that was a parry. Boom. What happened there, guys? What happened? That should have been a parry. Look at that block. I was blocking. Slow-mo it. What happened? 800 damage parry? What is going on? Okay. So that is a successful parry there. Now let's match them up. What happened? What was the difference? What happened? Look, here's the frames. What happened? I don't get it. It's not a huge concern, but whatever. We're going to go in with Guillotine. We get hammered a little bit there. That's okay, because Guillotine can actually get her health back. Gotta love Guillotine. Mystic Dispersion helps. I bring her into map 5 AQ a lot. She can regain her health, and she lasts long in fights because, well, with healing, just like that, as you saw, the more fights you do, the more health you'll need. And it's very reliable, especially when you have a higher ability. Mine's maxed out 99 ability, so she does heal quite often. And when she does, it is a ridiculous amount. You might fill up your entire bar being 70% down initially. And Jane Foster is down. Alright, so now we have the next fight here ahead of us. None other than Kamala Khan, the young Miss Marvel herself. Now, with Kamala Khan's nodes here, you'll notice that mystic attackers will actually lose health, and I'm going to use one for an example as well. As you see, she instantly loses 4,000 health, and that, like I said, that's okay with Guillotine because she will heal that health back. She's very good for that. So in a fight like this, you want a regenerator of some sort if you're going to be taking in hits. When it comes to Kamala Khan in this situation, she is stun immune, so sometimes you want to, just like that, take in hits. But notice that you lose almost 10% health per blocked hit by Kamala Khan due to how powerful she is. Waiting and baiting. I'm at 47% health right now. Boom, 37%. So yeah, her attack is insane right now. One hit would end me. Get a little intercept in. Throw an SP2. Very weak though, unfortunately. No crits. And we finish off the event with an SP2 from Gilly. Good deal. Okay, so that concludes the boss rush, the 6-star Underdogs boss rush here. I really liked it. It was challenging, especially with Magneto, I would say. Quake did get the job done, but at a rank 4, she probably would have even soloed him, I imagine. So, for the rewards, we've got 175 units, 4-star crystal, 1,000 5-star shards, 5-star signature stones, and 4-star signature stones. So, decent rewards for only 6 fights. I know for some people this was a headache, but yeah, Quake definitely did the job. Magic also would do good for Magneto because she can regain a lot of her health. You just have to time everything very well with her limbo. So 4-star might fall a little short, but a 5-star I could imagine would do pretty good for Magneto in the situation. Again, I know this video is coming out extremely late, but I hope you can take some of these fight mechanics that I've showed you and apply it to some of your questing and various parts of Act 5 and some of these new special event quests for Master and Uncollected and more difficult fights. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. For more content to come, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.